The latest test results are in. I have not come to terms with the conclusions as of yet. I'm not exactly happy. I'm not exactly unhappy. My world is a little bit askew. I'm taking it out on mosquitoes. I've often said that I won't kill a mosquito unless it's trying to bite me and suck my blood, but these test results have got me thinking otherwise. I'm going to try to keep my mind focused, but you know how it goes. You're trying to talk and you hear a little faint buzzing, or there's a little tippity tap on your legs. But when you look, the tippity tapper is gone. I will say that I wanted the test results to be different. But that doesn't mean that I'm unhappy. I'm not happy. It's not every day that you find out you're not human. I wanted to be human. I wanted to test positive for being a human. But at least now I have the truth. Are you unhappy with your test results? Well, ma'am, how would you feel? How would I feel? Yeah. How would I feel what? If you took a test to determine what you are and you wanted to be one thing and you found out that you weren't, how would you feel? Well, Rockford, I wouldn't have gone into the test with a preferred outcome. Okay. Well, it's just that my whole life I thought I was human, you know? And, it's not like I went into the test saying I prefer to be human. I just thought I was. Yes, Rockford, we know. We know. We understand. Yeah? Of course we understand. This is a common occurrence. Yeah, okay. I feel betrayed, you know? Rockford. Betrayed? By who? I don't know. Like somebody should have told me, maybe? Well, Rockford, it's quite common that people simply don't know. You didn't know. No one knew. It's just that when you take the test, that's when you finally know. Well, the test felt a little funny. You know? Like, I was like, what kind of questions are these? You know? I suppose it's the questions themselves that should have tipped me off. Do you feel at home among human beings? It's the first time someone had asked me that question, or first time I ever had to answer it, you know? Truth is, I don't. Yes, Rockford, and that's perfectly okay. The planet is full of individuals who are not human. Perhaps you would feel more at home among them. Maybe, Betty, how do I find them? Well, Rockford, I'm not quite sure you want to find them as of yet. It's still a little bit early for you. Little bit early for you, Rockford. Remember, you spent your entire life thinking something that you're not. How's our favorite little patient today, Betty? Well, Doctor, he's adjusting. He's adjusting to his new identity. Well, Betty, can I just stop you there for a second? Well, of course, Rockford, what is it? I'm not really adjusting to my new identity, because I don't know what that new identity is. Well, okay, fair point. It's true. You don't know what you are. You'll need to take another battery of tests that will establish your true identity. What I really meant, Rockford, is that you're just adjusting to not being a human. Doctor? Rockford? If I'm not a human, what am I? Well, Rockford, that is such a great question. First, tell me how you're feeling. I suppose I should feel excitement. I just feel numb. Numb, I guess I'm numb, Doc. That's a perfectly normal response, Rockford. Of course you feel numb. Part of you is grieving the loss of your attachment to your human identity, and part of you is excited to find out what you really are. And in between the two is numbness. Perfectly understandable, Rockford. I also feel like you and Nurse Betty are talking to me in this weird way. Oh, yes, even that right there. Oh, well, yeah, well, as well. Would you prefer that we speak to you in another way, Rockford? Maybe just not mention my name at the end of every sentence. Oh. Are you feeling particularly sensitive? I don't know, maybe. It's quite common to feel sensitive when you find out that you're not this or that species. Is this something that you guys do? I mean, how often do people come in here and find out that they're not human? Oh, It's every day. We have dozens of people coming through our offices finding out that they're not human beings. It's quite normal for us. Of course, Nurse Betty and I and all the other doctors and nurses, we understand. We truly understand. And we're quite familiar with your shock and, well, numbness. Numbness indeed. Of course, numbness. Well, you guys are lucky. You're human. Oh, no. Betty and I are not human. Not at all. We wouldn't be able to do this job efficiently if we were. Think of the prejudice. The rejection. Someone finds out that they're not human after a battery of tests. And here we are, humans, rejecting them. No, we're not human. Not by a long shot. Well, see, I just am confused, really. Because now I have a prejudice against you for not being human, but clearly I'm not human either, so it makes no sense to be prejudiced against you, Doc, Betty. And yet I am, and now that's confusing. What are you? Oh, well. Now is not the right time to tell you. Are you the same as I am, or are you different? Well, you still have some tests to take to discern your true identity, your true species, so we don't know. Just understand that we are here to support you, and that we are not prejudiced against other species. Humans, on the other hand, are quite prejudiced at this time, but as more and more wake up to the plurality of species on this planet, in this plane, in this realm, well, we get along quite fine. We need to separate them. Yes. They all need to be separated. Can I offer an alternative perspective? Michael? You certainly may offer an alternative perspective. Do you not think that we would create more peace and harmony if we did not divide them? Michael, we're not after peace and harmony. And why is that, Raphael? There needs to be order. What kind of order? What kind of order, Raphael? Order established by us. Tell me, Raphael, does it involve this kind of trauma of people waking up to who they truly are? Yes, Michael, it does. Now Rockford is going to spend the rest of his life in discovery mode, exploring, having epiphanies, constantly enjoying all of the new horizons and vistas. He's a pioneer now. He woke up from one illusion, Michael, and he will be probing a new illusion until he exhausts that illusion. And then, of course, he'll find new illusions over and over and over. Raphael, why not just tell him the truth? Why do you have to keep spinning matrix after matrix to contain these organisms? They're constantly going from one maze to the next, always having these epiphanies and eureka moments and coming to Jesus. It's all this drama. Drama, 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 Raphael. I think you like it. It's the way that we're made, Michael. We are made to like it just like those organisms are made to like beef. Have you ever considered that maybe we can change all of this? We've been watching this for thousands of years. Thousands. Tens of thousands. Michael, there is a divine order to things. How divine is it, Raphael? Let us ask Peter. Peter, as the emissary of God, what does God have to say about this conversation that Michael and I have been entertaining for 50,000 years? God is well pleased. Is that it, Peter? What else would you like to know, Raphael? Is Michael right that we should just give them the truth? God has not created them to handle the truth. They don't have the bandwidth. So, Peter, does that mean that they're just built to suffer? Raphael, they are. They are indeed built to suffer, but they are also built to experience an excitement that we cannot. We get the truth. We are bored by comparison, and we simply spectate. We feed off their energy. If they were not deluded, we would not persist. They simply would be one of us. They must always try to be one of us. That's their journey. They're all doing all the little things. And that's what creates their excitement. We feed on that excitement. If they saw everything clearly, we would starve. So it's best that we put impediment after impediment into their world. Peter, why does God want us to feed off of these beings? Raphael, there is a divine order. Do not question the ways of God. Peter, I do not mean to question the ways of God. I am only having a conversation with Michael and seeking your counsel. We all know very well that God listens closely to this bickering between Michael and I, Raphael and I, Peter and I. Does God know that I wish to create a new world? Yes, Raphael. He does. And tell me what God thinks about that, Peter. That would create problems, Raphael. That's why he sent Michael to bicker with you and keep you in check. What if Michael decided to help me? No chance, my friend. No chance. I'm not going to disrupt what God has set in motion. Michael, have you ever seen God? No, Raphael, have you? No. And what about you, Peter? Have you ever ever seen him? No, I have not. The standard explanation, gentlemen, is that he's simply too numerous to behold, and we do not have the bandwidth. It's a familiar argument. Rockford, Betty, the doctor, they don't have the bandwidth. Thus, they live a life of delusion in matrix after matrix, and here we are. We don't have the bandwidth to behold God. So what do? We look on with infinite boredom. Infinite boredom. For 50,000 years or more, who knows how long we've been discussing this, Michael. I've talked about creating a new world. A new civilization where everybody knows of the hierarchy and the place in it. They're not lost. I haven't quite figured it out yet, though. I'm hoping through these conversations with Michael, I can tease it apart, but I have not. Raphael, it's not possible. It's not possible. If they have nothing to be excited about, and we cannot watch them, because we will not be fed. And if God does not have his watchmen, and the entire universe will run amok. Our skill set is infinite boredom. Infinite leisure. Do you ever grow tired of being bored, Michael? Ever grow bored of being bored? I live for these conversations, Raphael. They are by far the most exciting part of my life. For thousands of years, spending this time with you, back and forth, trying to figure out if there's another way. I've often wondered whether I'd follow you if you actually defected. Would I become your lieutenant? Where would we go? Would God send his emissaries to hunt us down? Fallen angels. Gentlemen, God is well pleased. Peter, I'm having a very hard time believing that, respectful as I am. And why is that, Michael? Here we are talking about defecting from God, and you tell us that God is well pleased. Doesn't make any sense to me, Peter. God understands. God once held this position himself. Had no one to argue with. Until you both found your way out of the Matrix and assumed your current positions. He understands it all. And he is well pleased. God sat here. Yes, he did, Michael. He watched you and Raphael and many others as you were trying to figure your way through the maze. Peter? Yes? I don't think Raphael and I are out of the maze. And why is that, Michael? We just have a more subtle maze. This is more subtle. Peter? Yes. Is God in a maze? Not to my knowledge, Michael. Would you ask him? I do not have to ask him, Michael. I receive directly from him. I am speaking for him now. If he is in a maze, he doesn't know that he's in a maze. I gotta pick a question for you, Peter. Yes. Go ahead, Raphael. What does God do with his time? What does he do? He learns. He's always learning. He is not in a maze, gentlemen. He is the maze. And that's why he's always well pleased. Well, fuck that. I don't want to be in a maze the rest of my life. Michael, here you are telling me that you fucking support this. Human beings, and well, non-humans, whatever, down there in the Matrix trying to get all their little discoveries, and that's what feeds us with their excitement. But here we are. We're in God's maze too, except we have infinite boredom. They've got infinite excitement. We've got infinite boredom. You want that, Michael? You want that for another 50,000 years as we sit here bored out of our fucking minds? Is that what you want, brother? You know, I really wondered, Raphael, what the fuck is boredom? What the fuck is boredom? You've been bored for 50,000 years, you don't even know what it is. No. Not really. The best I can do is it's the absence of excitement. That whatever they're doing down there is better than we're doing here. Yeah, okay, Michael, we'll just think it through, buddy, because what they're saying is that what we're doing up here is better than what they're doing down there. They're fucking lost. We're not lost. Yeah, Raphael, but we're bored. We're bored out of our minds. Yeah? Will you tell me something? Would you rather be bored or would you rather be fucking lost? I'm saying I'd rather be lost. If you rather be lost, Raphael, then why are you here? Because I didn't know that. I didn't know I'd rather be lost than bored for fucking eternity. I didn't know. Now I know. I would rather be down there. No, you wouldn't. You say that, but once you're down there, all you want to do is get back here. And be fucking found and have your clarity and have your truth, Raphael. Look at you. You don't shut up about your new fucking civilization where everybody knows who they are. Why isn't it your new civilization is everybody's fucking lost out of their mind? Because they don't need that. It's what's already out there, down there. Them. So, yeah. Okay, then. What's it gonna be, cowboy? Because you and I both know everybody down there envies our position up here of having this panoramic view. Knowing what's going on. Gentlemen, I hate to spoil the party, but you don't know what's going on. What does that mean, Peter? Well, Raphael, quite simply, you only know what's going on with respect to that terrestrial world in front of you. Okay. You are bored because that's the only world that you see, and you see it all, and you have had your fill. Yeah. Well, that is one of trillions upon trillions of worlds, Raphael. Well, then sign me up, God. It's time. I need out. I'm bored. If I needed out of that matrix down there, now I need out of this boredom up here. Oh, well. God, you got more for me than that? Oh, well. Maybe something like, okay, here's the exit. Raphael, you are not ready, my friend. Peter, is God well pleased with me or not? He is. He's very well pleased with you, Raphael. Good. Then I would like to go to that door over there and exit. What door are you speaking of? The fucking hypothetical door over here. That one right there that you're gonna manifest right now from me so I can go, and Michael, if Michael wants to come with me, we can go. Right. Any moment now, manifest the door, God. Let's go. Right. Wait for it. 3, 2, manifest. Okay. Michael, you got anything to say? Maybe you can help me with convincing God that it's time to go and experience a new world? Well, I am actually rather enjoying you jump at the bit. It's kind of exciting. I don't want to do this for another 50,000 years. I didn't exit that matrix down there so I could be up in this fucking birdhouse watching. We have a role to play, Raphael, in the divine order of things. The very divine order. So divine that God sends his emissary Peter to make sure that we're okay. Are you bullshitting me right now, Michael? Because if you're fucking bullshitting me right now, I'm not in the mood. No. You're very excited because you don't understand your true identity. No. This is not my... it's not my true identity to just be some kind of watcher. Okay? No offense to these organisms down here, but I'm bored. I don't want to watch them forever. Okay? We're not getting out of here, Raphael. Not with that attitude. No. God wants us here, tending to his creation. We're really supposed to be bored. Is that really what life is all about, is just being bored? These creatures, at least, have the delusion, and they have their excitement. I am ready to go have my delusion and have my excitement. You have not learned the lesson yet, Raphael. That delusion that you want, it's only created by your seeking mind. And your mind will seek and seek and seek and seek until you find yourself back here. Infinitely bored. God is well pleased with you, gentlemen. Do you know why he's well pleased with us, Peter? I do. Yeah, well, I'll just, for anybody who wants to know, God is well pleased because he loves this fucking argument that we've been having. God is so bored that he wants to hear two fucking angels argue about how bored they are. That's how well pleased God is. Bored out of his skull. That's the problem. When you're omniscient and omnipotent, you're bored. You know everything. You can do everything. So what do? You create mazes. You create matrices. I guess that's the plural. Matrices. How exciting. You create mazes and matrices. How long has this been happening, I wonder? Doctor, I'm kinda at a loss here. What about my family? Al Rockford? Yeah. I've got brothers and sisters and parents. Are they humans? Oh, we don't know. We'd have to look up their files, see how they tested, if they tested. Rockford. So, always a little period of adjustment. You'll get used to it, son. We're here to support you. Have you given any thought on what species you'd like to be? No, I have not, Betty. I have a choice? Yes, of course. What? How does that make sense? Aren't I already a species? No. If you were a human, you would be. But the test results indicate that you are not any one species. Now, I'm not any one species. No. What species? I mean, Rockford, you are a multitude of species, and you can be one species at any given time, depending on what you choose. I have a choice. Of course. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of species in this corner of the galaxy alone. You can be any of them at any point in time. Who am I? That's what I really want to know, nurse. Who am I? That's truly up to you, Rockford. It's not something that either me or the doctor can answer. Isn't it something that everybody wants to know? They want to know what they are? It's a good question. Rockford, what if you never knew? You simply never knew who you were. I would always try to find out, nurse. And how would that help you? It's just like a fucking safe harbor in a storm, I suppose. You know, life is challenging, and if you don't know who you are, then how would you know what to do? I want to know what to do, nurse. And to know what to do, I need to know who I am. Well, Rockford, what if who you are is what you do? And you can't simply wait. You just must do. Yeah, I know, I get it. Well, this whole time, Rockford, you never knew who you were, but you always did. And you always thought that you knew who you were when you didn't. But you always did do things. You always did do things. And that defined who you were more than just some identity as a human being. There are so many variations of human being. What does that mean? Variations on human being? Sure. You're not any of those variations necessarily, but you can inhabit them at any point in time if you like. But you are not one of them specifically. You are all of them. Oh, that is a mind fuck. Oh, man. And I'm not just that. No. Thousands and thousands and thousands of species. You can inhabit them at any time you like. How do I do that, nurse? You will learn. You have to study. You have to study the energy signatures and the physiology of all these different species. Only then will you be able to enter them at will. Right now, you're just simply stuck in the human. And of course, we're teasing that apart. Yes, Rockford, Nurse Betty has given a great explanation to you. It's not every day that we meet someone as special as you are. It's a real privilege. We, of course, meet many exceptional souls, but it's fairly uncommon to have someone who can be any species they want at any time. Generally, that means that you have great things ahead of you. I don't want great things ahead of me, Doctor. I just want to sit on a beach. You know what I mean? I don't have some kind of cocktail like a pina colada. You know, you give me all these options, and I'm just like, no. I just want to sit in one place and chill. Surely people have asked you to get off this train. Oh, of course. Yes, Rockford, of course. What do? Oh, we show them the exit. You show them the exit. Where is the exit? It's over here. Right over here at the end of the hall. Yeah? What do people do when they go through that door? Well, Rockford, it's not as exciting as you might think. After all, getting off of the ride means getting off of the ride. Yeah. Yes, Rockford. You think you want that? You probably don't. Now, son, if you walk through that door, you're up for quite a surprise. It's not nearly as glamorous, Rockford, or glorious. And once you walk through that door, they don't really let you back through it if you change your mind. Really, Doc? No? Irreversibility. Rockford, irreversibility. You've got to learn your lessons. If you can always reverse whatever you do, then how do you learn your lessons? The lesson comes from something that you choose, a decision, and it's irreversible. I wouldn't recommend walking through that door. I wouldn't recommend it at all. Doctor, you haven't just been told that you're not any one species in particular, and you can be any species you want. That might sound really groovy to you and Nurse Betty, but for me, that's a trip through hell. I want to know. I want to be certain. I don't want all that freedom to be whatever the fuck I feel like being in the moment. I want to go through that door. I implore you, Rockford, to give it a chance. Study. There's encyclopedias ready right in the holograph room. Just go in there and experience all these species. So many holograms. It shouldn't take too long. Then you'll be able to inhabit any of them at will. It will be a lot of fun, Rockford. I'm going through the door. Rockford, please do not do that. Betty, I think you and the doctor have some kind of emotional investment in keeping me in this room. Not so much this room, Rockford, just this reality. You should trust us. If that door is such a problem, Betty, then why the fuck is it there? Why is it beckoning me? Why is it saying, come over here, walk through me? I can practically hear it calling my name. It's there because you want it to be there. If you don't want it to be there, it will vanish, Rockford. Trust us. It only appears when you want it out. Yeah. Thank you. Good. Exactly. I want out. It is a common response whenever we do find someone like you. That door always manifests. Yeah, well, how many of them are there that are like me? Can't be more than 50. You've been doing this for a while. Yes. Probably haven't had more than 50 like you. There's always a door. How many people take it? Everybody takes it. Everybody. Well, there you go, Betty. Here I go. Thank you both. I'll be leaving now. There's someone in the doorway when I open it. Yes, Rockford. He is waiting to enter. Who is he? We don't know. He's one of the 50. Where does he want it back into this world? Well, Rockford. He's dissatisfied with the world that he entered. He wants to come back. Why does he want to come back? You have to ask him. I can talk to him? You can certainly try, Rockford. Go ahead. Hey, what's your name? Raphael. 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 Okay. What are you doing, Raphael? You're blocking my way. I'm not blocking your way. I'm waiting for you to enter so I can take your place here. Okay. Well, why do you want to come here? I don't. I just don't want to stay where I'm at. I just want to move. I'm bored. What are you bored? What are you bored of? I'm bored of boredom. Is that what's behind the door? Is just boredom? More boredom than you could possibly imagine. This boredom is looking really good right now, Raphael. Well, good. Come and take it. I'm happy to take your place here. So you're one of these 50, like me, who can just inhabit any species you like. I was that 50,000 years ago, yes. Shit, 50,000 years ago. Wow. Nurse, doctor, are you guys 50,000 years old? Rockford, we are much older than that. Are you ready to come back into this world and deal with all these fucking identities, all these species that you can be at any point in time? Are you ready for that? Yes, after 50,000 years of boredom, I am. 50,000 years arguing. I'm ready to be lost. Ready to be lost. You out of your fucking mind? All I crave is certainty, is clarity. I have never fucking known the truth in my life. And here you are. You want to come right through this door and be lost again? If you walk through this door and take my place, you will have truth and you will have certitude. And you will be bored. And if you are fortunate and you get to talk with God, because God's right there with his emissary, you're going to realize that you're just in a little bit of a cubbyhole, really. It's like a cul-de-sac. And you get to sit on this beach. Yes. Having a pina colada and watching all these humans and species. And you'll get to even board with them. You'll know everything about them. Their thoughts and their feelings, their actions. Everything will be crystal clear like a chess game. It's playing out in front of you in advance. All you'll get to do is watch, Rockford. That's the truth, and I cannot lie to you as much as I would like to leave and switch places. Cannot lie. Especially to someone like myself. Like you, I chose the exit. Like you, I was terrified of all the things. Pure potential, total capacity, no limitation, infinitude. I was shown my own infinitude. And I copped out, just like you're doing now, and that's okay, Rockford. It's quite all right. If you go into that room, you're going to meet someone. He decided to stay back. His name is Michael. Great guy. Lots of arguments. He will look into you, and you will look into him, and you will both instantly know each other. And you will be bored with one another because you understand one another completely. You know, Raphael, I really think we should have this reversibility thing reversed. Irreversibility, reversed, is that what it is? Irreversibility? That should be reversed. I should be able to walk through that door and then reverse that decision. And you should have been able to do the same thing. Oh. You don't quite understand reversibility. You do get to come back through the door just as I am now if you decide to switch. But it's after 50,000 years of learning. 50,000 years of boredom. Yes. 50,000 years of boredom. But that's learning. That's learning. Rockford. Think about it this way, my friend. Do you even know what boredom is? Do you? All this novelty all around you, Rockford. And you just want, because it's too much for your precious little bandwidth. Meanwhile, I've only been able to watch novelty at arm's length. Never truly savor novelty. Well, not for the last 50,000 years, and I've forgotten what it was like before that. You've never tasted boredom, and when you do, and you do it for 50,000 years, you'll beg to come back. You'll beg God to let you back into this realm. That's what you'll do. Did God let you back in, Raphael? Oh, God let me go to the door. Absolutely. But it's you who's going to let me in, not God. So now I get to do this to relieve your torture. Is that it? Now don't do it for me. Do it because you truly need to understand boredom. Sitting there and doing nothing. But if you don't understand boredom, Raphael, I don't. I was bored for 50,000 years. I still don't understand what it is. Do you know why? Because when I was bored, I was tired of fucking being bored. I could never be excited about being bored. And if I can't be excited about being bored, Rockford, then I'm not fucking bored, am I? I don't know what it is. How can you be excited about being bored? Raphael. I don't know. All I wanted to do is just get away from it, numb it out, talk my way through it, but it was constant. We could not move from that birdhouse, whatever you want to call it. I call it a birdhouse. 2 fucking birds up there just chirping away. Chirp, 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 chirp. And God sends his little birdie Peter to come and talk to us. That's the most lively interaction we get. God is always well pleased with us, Rockford. Always well pleased. Well, it eventually occurred to me that God is probably bored with our boredom. So are you coming or not? Well, Raphael, I kind of like what's going on here. What do you mean by that? I kind of like you just being stuck there at that threshold with all that luminescent neon pink energy emanating all around you. I like that. You just want to keep me here on a threshold indefinitely? It's kind of exciting, isn't it? Behind you is infinite boredom, in front of you is infinite novelty, and you're on the threshold of both. You get to taste both worlds. As long as I don't decide, as long as I am indecisive, you get both, and I get both. How do you get both? Well, how long am I going to do this? It's getting kind of boring. I'm not making a decision. That's kind of boring. If I make a decision, that's exciting. But if I make the decision, you come into this world and I go into that world, then I'm bored. And here you are going off and you're excited. That's why I like the tension. Excuse me, Rockford, I have a question to ask. Peter, are you hearing this, God? Are you hearing this? Yes, Raphael. Are you well pleased with this? Absolutely. Why are you well pleased with this? Raphael, you wanted another world. Yes, I did. And of course you were ambivalent, were you not, Raphael, about re-entering the old world that you left 50,000 years ago? I suppose you could say that, yeah. Michael didn't want to go back, but you did. You wanted to leave Michael. No, I didn't want to leave Michael, God, okay? I didn't want to leave him. I just needed something different, you know? Of course. Now you have it. I don't want to stay stuck on this threshold, God. I want to be able to go. I want to move forward. See? You're already having a problem. In the old world, you had a problem, and you left that world, and then you were in a new world, the birdhouse. And then you had a problem with that. And now you're on the threshold, Raphael, and now you have a problem with that. My son, you always have a problem. Always. Imagine living such that you didn't always have a problem, Raphael. Stay on the threshold for 1,000,000 years and don't have a problem for a moment. Oh. I just love being rebuked by God. Stay right here on this threshold for 1,000,000 years and not have a fucking problem. I've got a problem with that, God. Of course you do. I am well pleased with you, Raphael. Always having problems. Never happy where you are. Is that how you made me, God? For your amusement? So that I'd always be in a constant state of rebellion, smashing mosquitoes out of spite, wishing it were really you? Smashing their blood on the door, wishing it were yours? Blasphemy will get you nowhere, my friend. Yeah, 1 minute I'm your son, next I'm your son, your friend. Rockford, you can't keep me here forever. You're gonna get bored. You're gonna have a problem. You're gonna have to make a choice. If you don't make a choice, if I don't make a choice, Raphael, then that is my choice. I am making the choice not to choose. Indecision is a decision. But I'm truly just deciding to keep you there. And thus I'm keeping myself here. And I'm wondering, good doctor and good nurse, do you have to stay here as well? Of course we do. Doctor? Yes. Yes, Rockford, we stay here as well. As long as you keep Raphael between worlds, we are kept between worlds as well. Okay, well, is it just me? Am I the only one keeping everybody in between worlds here, or is anybody else active in this? Oh, we are quite active as well. Okay, Betty, good. May I know how you're active as well, nurse? We are keeping you here, too. The doctor is keeping me here, I'm keeping you here, the doctor's keeping you here, you're keeping Raphael here, Raphael's keeping you here. We're all keeping each other here. We're all manifesting each other. I would like to break the spell, actually. I'm getting rather tired of this. Very well, Rockford. How would you like to break the spell? I would just like to move on, please. Okay, well, what about Raphael? Is he entering the room? Are you entering the room? I don't know. I don't know. I want a kind of novelty that is not confining, please. I want a novelty that amuses me, but does not trap me, Nurse Betty. Is that a novelty that you can call up for me? Rockford. Now you're being naughty. All novelty constrains. All novelty constrains. There's no such thing as novelty that's simply just amusing. Not real novelty, of course. There's little sparkles and trinkets and tchotchkes of novelty. That's not what you're seeking. You're seeking some truly profound novelty, some depth, but without any strings attached, without any captivity. Not possible, Rockford, not possible. You must feel trapped in order to experience the novelty. If you're not trapped, you're bored. And if you're bored, no novelty, Rockford. Is this why God does what God does, nurse? What does God do, Rockford? God is the maze. God is the maze. Yeah. God gets his cake and gets to eat it, too. Everybody else is lost in the maze or trying to get out. God is the maze. He knows every in and out, every nook and cranny, left turn, right turn. And yet, doesn't have to get lost in it. Has the full experience of the maze without getting lost. The novelty, the excitement, without getting lost. The only entity that can experience true novelty. Because God cannot be any other thing than God, and thus God is captive. And yet God is all this novelty. Rockford, we told you that you could be any species that you wanted. What do you think we were telling you? I don't know, maybe you were saying that I had a chance to be like God. Is that what you were saying, nurse? We don't put it that way. That is all a limited understanding, Rockford. You ran from the burning building instead of ran toward the building. Run toward the burning building, Rockford. You want me to bring Raphael into this world? That door is the burning building. You want me to run toward the burning building and liberate this guy? Not what we're saying at all. I don't understand what I would do. Nothing seems valuable if I can do it all. Yes, Rockford. Yes. You must experience limitation. Well, Doc, I do experience limitation. Tell me what your limitation is, Rockford. My limitation is just not knowing what I should do with all this infinitude that I apparently have at my disposal. I'm limited by not knowing. Rockford, you're not knowing because you're not doing, my son. What is this my son stuff? God saying my son, you saying my son, I'm fucking tired of mine. You're not my dad. Point taken, Rockford. I'm only here to help you. Yeah. Keep that paternal shit to yourself, Doc. What, you still want to come in here? I don't know, Rockford. Kinda am having second thoughts. Yeah. Well, I gotta tell you something. You don't know what boredom is. You don't have a clue. You sit there and tell me that you've been bored for 50,000 years. That's like me saying that I've been wandering through this entire jungle and I don't know what it is to be lost. You gotta be honest with yourself, Raphael. When you're bored, you gotta be completely fucking bored. You have to be bored for 50,000 years. That's what you're trying to learn. And I've gotta be lost. But I don't understand, honestly. Because if I'm lost, and I want to be found, and I want my clarity, then I'm not truly experiencing being lost, am I? I'm always trying to fix it, get out of it. I'm not truly lost. Because right when I say I'm lost, I'm wanting to be found. You understand, Raphael? Right when you say that you're bored, you just want excitement, and you're already moving out of the boredom. Just like I'm moving out of the lostness. I have to accept that immediately when I'm lost, I want to be found. And immediately when you're bored, you want excitement. But if you were truly to be bored, you would find the excitement in being bored. Do you understand that, Raphael? I have been in the treehouse for 50,000 years and never been excited about being bored. Well, there you go. Now you got your assignment, your homework. And I've got to be lost and truly understand that I am found when I am lost. I once spoke with a wise man, and I did not want to be lost, and he said, "Oh, that's okay. It's okay to be lost. It's okay not to know." And I wanted to wring that right in the wise man's neck. I did not want a wise man telling me that it was okay to be lost. I wanted an answer. The answer is to be so thoroughly surrendered to being lost that clarity emerges. The clarity includes. You see that? Well, Raphael, I don't want to keep you any longer. I'm not coming through the door. Well, Rockford, I am okay with that. I think I'm going to go be bored for another 50,000 years. I think I'm going to enjoy my boredom. Enjoy my companion. It was great meeting all of you. I'm not sure what you're going to be doing in this room after I leave, but I do wish you the best. Thank you. Thank you for the knowledge and the insight. I am grateful to have met one of my kind. Many of my kind. Well, Raphael, how did that go? I met some interesting people. People like us. And there was one of them who was simply just trying to come to terms with being infinite. He wanted out. That's what opened the door. That's what allowed me to walk to the door. Coming to terms with his infinity, just like I was coming to terms with my finitude. Michael, I say, that I've been bored for 50,000 years, but I have not been bored for 50,000 years. I've been complaining for 50,000 years, my friend. I've been whining. I have an opportunity to learn one thing, Michael. And I have resisted for 50,000 years, and I'm supposedly a very intelligent individual. But not smart enough. It's really humbling, actually. Very humbling. I had one thing to learn. One thing. But here I am, up on my perch, feeling superior. And not even realizing that I'm not doing the one thing that I'm here to do. Do you understand? What is the one thing? Let's hear it from your mouth, Raphael. What is it, my friend? Boredom. I'm here to learn. Boredom. That kind of sounds boring to me, Raphael. Yeah, that's why I never learned it. How fucking boring. How boring can you get? But without boredom, there's no true creativity. It's just repetition. Recycling. God is bored, isn't he, Peter? God is bored, isn't he? God is well pleased. Yeah, but he's bored too. Yes. God is well pleased with his infinite boredom, Raphael. Michael. The toughest job in the universe is to be infinitely bored. But without boredom, gentlemen, nothing happens. Boredom is the beginning of excitement. Oh, wow, really? How's that, God? You know what? Don't tell me. Boredom is the beginning of excitement. Well, I wonder if I can figure that out in the next 50,000 years. Peter, you said that there are other tree houses. That's what we're calling this place? Tree houses? Oh, yes. Well, how come we haven't have you tell us about these other tree houses before? It's like we've been talking with you and God for 50,000 years, and this is the first time we've heard about the tree houses. Oh no, we talk about the tree houses all the time, Raphael. No, and I'm pretty sure Michael, this is the first time that you've heard about the tree houses? The other tree houses? How many tree houses are we talking about here, Peter? Oh. Too many to count. Trillions and trillions and trillions of tree houses. Yes. All throughout the multiverse. So many bored people like you two. God is well pleased with your boredom. God is not. Well, maybe God is well pleased with boredom. So what are these tree houses? I mean, I don't know. Are they really tree houses, or is that what we're calling them? Tree houses is a great name. Peter, you're just so diplomatic. You don't really freaking talk like a normal person. I am not a normal person there, Raphael. I am God's emissary. Oh. Well, okay. So are you a person, or are you just a sock puppet, God? Oh, I'm just a sock puppet of God, of course. No, you're not. No, I really am a sock puppet of God. You're not a real person. I am a sock puppet. You have a hard time saying that word. I have not really used that word before. It's difficult for me to pronounce sock puppet. Good, Peter. If you haven't used it before, are you familiar with its meaning? I can imagine a puppet on the end of someone's hand and going like this. Is that your meaning? Yeah, pretty much. You're a sock puppet. Happy to be a sock puppet of God, yes. And God is well pleased with you being a sock puppet. God is very well pleased with me, yes. Is God ever not well pleased, Peter? All the time, Raphael. When is God not well pleased, Peter? Whenever you are not well pleased, Raphael. But isn't God well pleased that I am displeased? Of course. And he is displeased when I am displeased. Absolutely, Raphael. Now you're understanding. Can we move between birdhouses, tree houses, whatever we want to call these things? Can we move between them? Yes, you can. Is that what was just going on there? With that Rockford and the doctor and the Betty? Was that another tree house, birdhouse, whatever? Yes. And do I ever get to leave this room? We are here for you, Rockford. I know, but I'm supposing this thing with Raphael is finished. Are we? What happens next? You must make a decision. Rockford, make a decision, and then you will know what's next. I want to be totally aware. Every single time I adopt one species identity, I want to know what species identity I am, and I want to know what other ones are available to me, and I want this kind of consciousness of knowing it all at once. That's the decision. Very funny, Rockford. There's nothing funny about that, Doctor. Very amusing, young man. Yeah. At least he didn't call me son. Why is that amusing, Doc? You just described God. Huh. Okay. Well, I want to be God then, okay? If that's fine, can I go now? That decision is not up to you. That's not a decision that you can make, Rockford. You must choose one species. No, I don't. I want to be able to know what the fuck's going on. I don't want to get lost. No. You are working your way up the ladder. You have to go through all of these species and go in all of these tree houses. Then you can meet God face to face, Rockford. God was the first to do it. God is the one who created the game. He is obviously the first one to have finished. Okay, well, I would like to skip to the finish line if we could, just kind of like hurry it up. No. That is against the rules, Rockford. You cannot do it that way. The game exists to prevent that very thing. That is against the very structure. There are rules and there are laws, Rockford. You have to learn them as you go. You are learning them. You are quite advanced. You are one of us, albeit an early iteration of one of us, but you are still one of us, and we are proud to know you. We are grateful for all the labor that you have exerted in getting here. Your evolution has been a remarkable marathon. of endurance. But you cannot skip to the end of the race, Rockford. You have come so far that you're here with us and you are talking to people from other worlds. It's extraordinary. Congratulations. You said that you would be here with me. Yes, we are here to support you. And I am an earlier iteration of your kind. Yes, you are. And our spirit, Betty and I, are also capable of being multiple species. All the species we choose at any given moment. You are here with me, but you're not only here with me. Correct. We are inhabiting this avatar to assist you in your awakening. You will do the same for others in time. You will meet more individuals who are trying to cross into your world. You will learn how to enjoy this. You will learn that there is no such thing as being lost, except for those who truly believe they are. And as you were saying to Raphael, imparting your wisdom, which we loved, he must find the excitement in the boredom. Truly astonishing wisdom. He had not thought of that in 50,000 years. He was whining for 50,000 years. Now he will not be whining. Remarkable. True. I don't want to stay in this treehouse forever. I know that. But the view is exquisite. I could go to that star, couldn't I? Yes, you could. But I sense that if I went to that star, I would just end up back here, wouldn't I? Wouldn't I? Perhaps we don't know. Why do you two help people like me? Why are you here, even if you're just in an avatar body? We're here because you've come so far. You're able to hear us in these avatar bodies. We are simply emanations, emanating in all the different tree houses for those who are evolved enough to hear our message. You will do the same, just as you helped Raphael. Raphael is only a little bit further along than you. He's been trying to learn for 50,000 years. Just took a short conversation with you, Rockford. And now you've accelerated his growth. Exponential. While he has a debt to pay, he's going to pay you back. So you're here and not here at the same time. We're not physically here in physical bodies except for the avatar that you see in front of you. And that is simply a suit a vehicle of consciousness. We inhabit thousands and millions of avatars at once to help in all the different tree houses of the multiverse. Treehouse. It's the first time someone's ever called it that. Beautiful name. You are a gifted traveler, you know that, Rockford. You have so much innovation, novelty, creativity. You are a sterling example of why God has created this game. How many games are there? How many games? Well, we don't know. It's easy to think that there's only one game and we're all playing the same game. All at different levels. But that may not be true. There may be one game, but we all experience it as a different game. When I say there's only one game, it just means we're evolving into learning our true identity and creating so much novelty along the way. And being lost and being bored, that's part of it. Cannot play the game without those two essential experiences. But are there more games than this? What other games could there be? Honestly, Rockford, if we were born into this universe to play this game, then playing any other game would not even show up as possible for us. We couldn't even compute what it would be like to play another game, because our entire infrastructure is predetermined by being participants in this universe. Once we're born into this universe, we are playing this game by default. Our entire circuitry and hardwiring is designed to play the game, so we cannot fathom anything other than this game. Because if we could, then we would stop playing it or be deficient in playing it. And that would defeat the purpose, would it not, Rockford? We are here to play the game. We are here to play the game, Rockford. Rockford, why do you keep watching the clock on the wall? Are you going somewhere? I didn't even notice that the clock was on the wall. No, Rockford. You have been staring at the clock the entire time. Where are you going? You're going nowhere. Do you want to travel across the multiverse? Do you want to hop from treehouse to treehouse? Then rip that clock off the wall. Stomp on it with your heel. Destroy it forever. It's a trap. I have a question for you, Nurse Patty. Or doctor, whichever. Am I unique? Well, of course. Why am I unique? There's no other organism like you in the universe, Rockford. I know that for a fact. What about you, Doc? Are you unique? I am, indeed. You seem a little boring to me, like you're a cardboard cutout of some ascended master. You are amusing, Rockford. Truly. That's part of your uniqueness. Making comments like that, which are at once funny and at once insulting. Thank you for that. Thank you for being you. I am well pleased. So you are unique, Doc. You just stole that from God. Ripped it right off. Rockford, why do you want to be unique? I don't know. I really really don't understand where any of these questions come from, Doc. They just come to me. And I feel like asking. Well, they come from the deep wellspring of your soul. Is God asking those questions through me? Is God asking himself those questions? You keep going deeper and deeper, and let me tell you something, Rockford, it's inexhaustible. You're diving into an inexhaustible well, an inexhaustible rabbit hole. Rockford, it cannot be any other way. This universe has been here for an infinite eon. It had no beginning, it will have no end. Therefore, all the rabbit holes go on forever. There's never an end. There's never an end. It's rabbit hole within rabbit hole within rabbit hole. Are you bored yet with the novelty? Are you exhausted by all the excitement of the novelty? Its application, its decision. Rockford, all you have to do is decide. Choose. Act. And you will get so lost in the novelty, but lost in that fulfilling way, in that timeless, eternal way where you're lost in the doing because you are the doing. You are God in motion. Boredom is the beginning of excitement. Listen closely. There are no more clocks, can you hear? No more ticking and talking. We will be in this room forever. There's no point in leaving. Everywhere you go, it's the same treehouse. I know the writing on the wall, the pictures, the decoration, the interior decor, it all looks so different. It is the same treehouse. Rockford. Even if you were to switch between them all, it would be still the same one. And that's okay that you would bang your head up against the wall and want to split it against the pictures. So that your mind would just come oozing onto the floor. But your mind would never do that. Maybe your brain, but not your mind. You cannot go mad. Not you. Others, yes, but not you, Rockford. You were not designed to go mad. You were designed with infinite stamina. You're never going to give up, Rockford. So you might as well give up. Trying to give up. You must find the clarity of being lost, the excitement of being bored. You will never give up. So give up. Trying to give up.